Hey everybody, it's Mr. D,
And Mr. Walters.
and we wanted to come to you today and talk to you about a band safety video. This video is coming out of a study that was recently done this summer at the University of Colorado in conjunction with the College Band Directors Association and the National Federation of State High Schools. And they looked at band safety. And so what we are going to do in this video is kind of unpack their findings and explain those to you. Obviously, some of these things are going to be a little bit different, and some of them are not going to be a huge change for us. But it's important that we all follow these safety measures to keep us safe. So we want to be able to have a lot of fun this summer. We want to learn a lot. We want to keep the band playing, but most of all, we want to keep all of us safe.
Hi guys. So when you come every day for band camp, as soon as you get out of the car, just put your mask on. Make sure it's covering your nose and your mouth, just to keep everyone safe. As soon as you come inside the door, just like in our June rehearsals, you're going to get your temperature checked right at the door and making sure that it's not 100 degrees or above. Throughout the entire day, it's important to keep the mask on, and throughout the rehearsal, that'll keep everyone safe and comfortable. As soon as after you get your temperature checked, you're going to move into one of the three sectional spots. That's either going to be with music or marching fundamentals or drill with any of the directors.
I'm never sure where to look here. Do I look there or there? Anyways,
The camera's here.
so let's talk a little bit about marching band in general, taking COVID out of it. There are several things that you all need to do when you come to band, things that you need to be bringing with you. That's going to be sneakers and socks. That's going to be sunscreen, hat, glasses, sunglasses while we're outside. So those are basic things that you should bring every rehearsal anyways. As far as instrument safety goes, the one thing that came out of this study was they really don't want people sharing items. So all students are really going to have to take an opportunity to be responsible, making sure they have all their stuff. One of the big things they talked about, and we've been doing this for years, is everybody having their own water at rehearsal. So making sure you bring your igloo to and from each rehearsal, because water fountains are not going to be an option. Another thing, having students bring their own hand sanitizer. It would be a great idea. They recommend doing that. So we don't have to share anything. You know, having your binder for each rehearsal is important. Having a pencil on the string is a great idea. You don't have to put it on the stand. Nobody touches your pencil. It's your pencil. You can write on your music. It's always with you. The other thing is having your own music stand, and we're going to put name tags on your music stand. That music stand will follow you from your music sectional outside to maybe a full rehearsal somewhere else. So nobody's using your stand. That's your stand. One of the other things that came out of the study was teacher safety. They're recommending for band directors not only a face mask, but also a protective face shield. This is weird. One of the other findings from the study was how to protect your instruments and what can we be doing to prevent the spread of germs, because safety is so important. One of the things, believe it or not, that they recommend is pantyhose. Yes, I went and bought pantyhose, and I'll show you how to put this on your instrument. So one of the things, again, they recommended, especially for clarinet and trumpet players, pretty much instruments that are a straight shot, is some kind of filter for the bell. They recommend using pantyhose. So you can simply take that pantyhose and you can stretch that over your bell like so, and secure that with the rubber band. And trim that back if you need to, but the important thing is that we're being safe and we can keep playing. Let's talk about brass players and spit. Ew. Brass players have to empty their spit during rehearsal. It's just part of playing the instrument. Over time, as you're playing, that condensation builds up in the instrument. It has to be emptied. One thing the study suggests is puppy pads. Brass players can empty their spit condensation right onto that puppy pad, and then at the end of rehearsal, it can be thrown away. I want to talk about band rehearsals now. Obviously, Mr. Walters talked about, when you come to band every day, you come in, get your temperature taken, and go to your room. And for the most part, drumline will be here in the band room. Probably woodwinds would be in Mr. Walters' room, and then brass in general will be in Mrs. Domer's room. For the most part, the study talks about being outside as much as possible. It's much harder to spread germs outside. When we have to be inside, we will be 6 feet apart, which is pretty much 4-step spacing. The study also talked about having trombones have 2 extra feet because of the slide. In the band room here, we have tape on the floor to signal what 6 feet apart looks like. One of the things that the study also brought up was talking and masks. It's very important that we have our mask on during rehearsal. The study suggests that when you're playing, you can pull it down onto your chin. When you're resting or not playing, you pull it up.
So like Mr. Dickerhoof had said, whenever we're talking, we want to have our mask on, and we have to play, we can take it off, put it under our chin. And then anytime you have to actually ask a question in rehearsal or in person, still making sure you have your mask on.
Staying safe is really important. And so one thing that we're going to change is normally we would have this playoff chart, which has everybody's name on it and then all of their songs. So this is a high-touch surface which could easily spread germs. So to eliminate that, we're going with a online method. So when you play something off, you tell your squad leader, they will come to a staff member, and we will put it in our database. Hey everybody, we're out here on the field, and actually this is a new field for us. It happens to be right in front of the school. No more marching across campus. So we can come right out the front door and march around the back right here on our field. One thing that we're going to do this year, instead of a 2-step spacing for our squads, we're going to go with a 4-step spacing, which is a little over 6 feet, which is great because that works for social distancing. One of the things we're going to use a lot this year is our interval poles. And we've been using these for years, so this is not a big change for us. Most of our squads are 3-person squads, which works out perfectly. So, for a 3-person squad, spaced evenly, you can have the end person on the yard line, your middle person in the middle of the yard line, and your last person on the yard line again, which works out because that's 6 feet in between people. Again, that's good for us. Keeps our Carrollton students.
So at the end of every rehearsal, we're going to have sanitizer bottles and rags, and every student then is going to wipe down their own chair and music stands, any equipment that's normally used in the band room. Like we said before, you'll keep your own materials like your music, pencil, and instrument, and that's not to be shared. But anything else that stays in the room, we're going to have you guys wipe down your own stand and chair.
Hey gang, I kind of want to wrap this up, but I just want to kind of overview some of the things that you need to do to get ready for next week. That would be first as your band binder, making sure that you've got a 3-ring binder. You can put your name on the front cover so that nobody takes it, it's yours, you know it's yours. The other thing to get is sheet protectors for the binder. Put your music in order in those sheet protectors. If you want to put the name tag of each song on the side of the protector so you can find the song easily during rehearsal, that's a great idea too. You could put all your pregame music together, all your show music, and then all your shorties together. It makes finding music in rehearsal easy. Also, when you're outside, in case it rains or the wind blows, you aren't running across the field like a crazy person trying to get your music while everyone's looking at you. So that's a good thing. The other thing, if you are a trumpet player or a clarinet player, again, getting that pantyhose and some rubber bands to put on the end of your instrument. I do have some rubber bands. Some of them are long, but I had to go get myself some short ones for the demonstration video I did. So that's something to get as well. And then if you've got some string, putting your pencil on some string, and that way you don't have to share that, you don't have to put it down, it's always with you, and that helps prevent the spread of
Hey
germs.
everybody, we just want to wrap up our safety video. Hopefully you learned a lot about what we're going to do to keep each other safe this season.
Like we said in all our other videos, it's really important that we use our own equipment, using your own igloo, pencil, even things like valve oil or sticks or mouthpieces. We all want to use our own equipment. That way we're not spreading germs and we're keeping everyone safe.
And safety is our biggest thing right now. We obviously want to keep the band playing, we want to keep learning, and we keep wanting to have fun. So hopefully, again, you were able to take some things away from this. We're excited to get started next week and make a lot of memories. So again, we'll see you next week.